We are back. That's right. We are back to the Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus podcast show. That's right. We are back to the Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus podcast show. This is show number 39. Welcome. This is show number 39. I am Dr. B. And the title of this very, very important show is Your Vote Makes a Difference. That's right. Your vote makes a difference. Welcome back to the Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus podcast show. Again, I'm Dr. B, and I want to thank each and every one of you for really hanging in there with us because this has been a long summer, and now we're beginning the fall semester. The fall semester is well underway at many campuses. We're in the midst of giving exams and everything, so it's really good to get back to fold, get back into the rhythm of a regular college schedule for my students and everything, and as well as for the faculty and everything. And yet, one of after all the issues that unfortunately happened over the summertime, and again, the tragedies that happened over the summertime, and then on top of that, the COVID, still addressing those issues and coming out on the other side now with so many, everyone's trying to get back in the fold, and now the fall season is about truly underway. Now we're in this is election year. Okay, big time election year. 2020, the presidential election is a month or so away. It's September now, but all the candidates are starting to roll out many of their promotional ads and everything. I've seen enough of the not enough. You're going to see so many, but I've seen a fair number already from the Republican side, Trump and Pence, and then the Democrat side, Biden and Harris. And the reason why I want to make this show number 39, Your Vote Makes a Difference, is that many times college students do not think their vote makes a difference. Let me just say this. And as most national analysts will truly do know, the group 18 to 24 year age block of voters, regardless of your background, your ethnicity, your socioeconomic standing, your religion, your gender, it really comes to down to this voting block, which in the past has not voted in higher numbers. Now, more than ever, with everything that is going on in our society, everything, the 18 to 24 year age block, voting block, is essential. Why? Because, I just went through. Why? Simply because on a national level, many times they know that this voting block can determine the outcome on the major national elections, positions, simply because this voting block traditionally has not voted in a higher level, even a sufficient level. Even a sufficient level, it hasn't voted at a higher level. Now, maybe during when 8 years ago, 12 years ago, when Barack Obama was elected, and maybe, almost now it's 20 years ago. 20 years ago when Clinton was elected, and also during the 80s when Reagan was elected, and also I'm going all the way back to when I was a freshman in college. Yes, when Dr. B was a freshman in college, and I voted in the 1976 presidential election for the very first time. And I'm getting right to the point here. As a college student, now I'm telling, when I was a college student, a freshman at Miami University in Ohio, I didn't think my vote mattered that much. I didn't think my vote mattered that much. However, it really did. It really, really did. Individually, it was a big step for me as a college freshman. It meant that when I went to the voting booth, and now you can vote different ways. You can vote really not online, but they could send you to vote, and wherever you're at, because not as many people will go to the voting poll because of COVID. So they're giving you the opportunity to vote at wherever you're at now. You just got to fill out the vote register early, and those voting opportunities are happening now. They're sending it out right now. So let me get back to when I was 18 when I voted. It was a big step because it signified that I was, to me, an adult, and that my voice could be heard by voting in the presidential election back in 1976. Oh my gosh, in 1976, that was the first time that I actually voted, and that was such a good feeling to vote for the first time. That was 44 years ago. I'm giving you my age too. That was 44 years ago when Dr. B voted for the first time at the age of 18. That made me feel so good. Like I was worth something in this United States. The power of a vote. Don't take it lightly. And I remember coming out of the voting booth after voting, and I felt so adult. Because let me just say this: you when you're a college student, you don't know when you really feel an adult and respected as a person, as an adult. You're trying to move on from high school years. You're trying to establish yourself, but going and voting that year, that day, made me feel like an adult, that I can have an impact in this United States. And symbolically, that's an important rites of passage for a lot of college students. Let me say that again. It's a rites of passage. You are officially an adult when you vote. And your message of voting for your particular candidates and party is extremely important. And I felt empowered. I felt empowered. I felt I felt like I was somebody. I felt like I was going to make a decision that changed the country. Because 44 years ago, we didn't have all this social media stuff. We were like going through changes back then. Going through changes. And I felt like I needed to make my vote, my expression of how I thought my candidates could make a difference. That's how it is today in 2020. Your vote makes a difference. Very powerful today, 2020, with everything that is going on in our country, locally, how everything has changed in your life, locally, how everything has changed to your family. Just think about slow it. Politics is really local. Politics is really local. Politics is really local. And this is a time where you can vote for all your local leaders. Whether you're satisfied with them or you want change, that's where you use your vote. When you leave your college campus, or whether you're taking your classes online right now and you're still at home, if you want change, if you want it the same, it's important to vote now. It's important to vote now, particularly college students. 18 to 24 is extremely important. Your vote makes a difference. And yes, as an African American, when I voted, back then, Black American, or just black, but as a Black American back then, I felt I wanted to make a difference. And when you break it down in ethnicity, it's extremely important to determine which candidate at that time who I was going to vote for. It did make a difference because candidates did cater to one group as opposed to another, more so. That does make a difference. And I say in 2020, make your decision on the local candidates and the national candidates based upon your likes and dislikes. And yes, we know, let me just say, race and ethnicity does come into play when you're voting on a national level. Let's not kid ourselves. Yes, it's age, but race and ethnicity still comes in. What the candidates stand for, their platform is extremely important, no doubt. Their plans, their initiatives, what they have accomplished is very important. But let's not beat around the bush. Race and ethnicity does play into it. Okay, this is where, and let me just say this. Well, oh gosh, I was getting ready to go in another area, but I'm going to stick to what I'm going to say. Then I'll get back to what I was going to say a little bit later. But the power of your vote is extremely important in 2020. Politics. Yeah, I know we're talking about politics. And politics for many college students is, oh, don't talk about it. It's just like race and ethnicity. Don't talk about it. It's like this other sensitive topic. Don't talk about it. But what I'm talking about, yes, it's politics, but it's more than politics. It's about expressing your right as an American citizen. This goes beyond politics. This is how you empower yourself. Here's where I'm going deeper, y'all. Here's where I'm going deeper. Because many times my college students, and I'm teaching several classes right now, and I'm and I can feel the angst from my college students right now in 2020, graduate students and undergraduate students. And this is what usually happens, but particularly now during the presidential year, I can feel the angst from them. And many times I encourage them, you have a lot of great ideals, a lot of passion, Lots of passion from my college students on so many issues. Lots of passion. Lots of commitment. And yet, when it comes to politics, when it comes to elections, many times they say, "Well, I really don't count. Oh, it's all controlled. It's all manipulated. It's all in the hands of other people, the government." And I stopped them right there. I stopped them right there when we talk about politics in my class. In whichever class it is, when we get there, I stop them right there. I say, "Your vote, you matter." I tell my students every year for the past, how many years I've been here at this particular university, 15 years at this particular university, at other universities, 8 years at another university when I was in the Midwest and when I was in the Southwest, every year. And I've been teaching for 30 years 30 years at the university level. Major universities, okay? Larger universities that I'm at, than I'm currently at. Yeah, larger universities. Let me get that straight. Larger universities that I'm currently at. So, but I always tell my students, guess what? Your vote matters. Your vote makes a difference. And that's one thing I strongly encourage, yet I understand that many students don't feel empowered. They feel like the decisions of their life on a national level is not considered serious enough or not taken in the proper respect. And I say, no. And another reason why I say this, I used to work for the federal government, and I know the power of the vote makes a major difference. It's a matter of recognizing you belong in a voting block, 18 to 24, energize that voting block to another level, and you can make an impact on a national level. But unfortunately, many students, even today, with all the social media, all the interactions that my college students do on their social media platforms and their branding and their issues about, this topic and that topic, they're very strong on, very vocal on issues of music, of gender, of race sometimes, a lot of times, right, and particularly now, and, fashion and beauty. Yeah, they're very vocal. They're very emotional. They're very passionate. But when it comes to politics, they stop. And I'm trying to understand, why do you stop when it comes to politics? Because like I said, politics is really local. It's not necessarily national. Look at what's happening in your community, where your parents are, where your relatives are, your cousins, your grandparents. You can make a difference for your grandparents, for your parents, for your cousins, for your friends network, your peers on a local level. So your vote makes a difference locally and nationally. If you come together as a major voting block. That's what's so important. If you don't like the way our society is on a national level, on a state level, on a community level, your vote matters. Your vote can make a difference. That's what I try to encourage my students every time when we come around during election time. Whether there's a presidential election or not, I always encourage my students, your vote makes a difference. Go vote. It's empowering. It signifies symbolically you are an adult. It's time to grow up. Yeah. Here's the miss. It's time to grow up. I'm getting there. Oh, this is many times I wanted to say to someone, it's time to grow up. Stop the griping. Stop the complaining. Stop the whining. Stop saying, woe is me. Woe is my group. Woe is this group. When you're always saying that, and I hear it so many times from my college students. And then there's that one segment of my college students in my classes say, yes, I'm very active, Dr. Bailey, Dr. B. And I am going to vote. And that's what I like to hear and see. Where you accept the responsibility, you're an adult. You accept that you're growing up. And you accept that it's time to grow up. It's time to be an adult. It's time to move forward. It's time to empower yourself. It's time to educate yourself in bigger issues. And believe, oh my God, here we go. And believe that you can make a difference. And that's the other deeper element of this show. You believe you can make a difference. And unfortunately, there's still a lot of non-believers out there, particularly among my college students. And I do understand it. My college students many times don't believe that they can make a difference. And I encourage them each and every day. You can make a difference. That's the reason why you're in this class, to better inform yourself about the world. So the deeper issue of this show is believe in yourself. Believe in who you are and your values and your passion. Your passion. Operationalize your passion in a vote. Yes, operationalize all your passion, all your time on your cell phone, on your iPhone, on your smartphone, texting your friends, your family, keeping up with the latest news all the time. Well, guess what? Now it's time to slow down. Look at your local candidates on a voting ballot. Take the opportunity to vote, to grow up. Believe in yourself. Believe that you can make a difference in this world. That's the power of the vote. I don't care who you vote for, but vote. Did you hear? I don't care who you vote for, but vote. Your vote makes a difference. It's time to believe in yourself and to grow up. Did you hear me? It's time to believe in yourself and to grow up. And so that's the reason why the title of this show, Show 39, Your Vote Makes a Difference. Your vote makes a difference. With that said, I want to thank you for listening to me. Show number 39, Your Vote Makes a Difference. And I'm sorry, I forgot to recognize my sponsors. Thank you, Podbean for putting on us a platform. Thank you, YouTube for showcase. iTunes, Apple Podcasts, Apple Podcast, Google Play, iHeartRadio, FM FM listens. Oh my gosh. Tune in. thank you. Tune in. I understand that several of my colleagues and graduate students and former students and faculty member listen to me on TuneIn, so thank you, TuneIn. And now I want to thank also a special sponsor putting us on their platform for the very first time. I'll get it out. For the very first time, Amazon Music. Thank you, Amazon, for picking us up. Truly appreciate the platform to showcase the Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus podcast show. So a major shout out to Amazon.com and Amazon Music. Please continue to like us on all platforms. And I want to thank my publisher, ABC Clio, for my 2018 book, Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus. Truly appreciate it. We're still moving forward, and the book is taking off on another level now with the podcast shows, and I truly appreciate Podbean, but now a new sponsor. I want to thank Amazon.com and Amazon Music for showcasing all the new podcasts, and particularly showcasing our podcast show, Race and Ethnic Relations on Campus. So with that said, this is show number 39. It's entitled, Your Vote Makes a Difference. It's very important, folks. Make a difference. Believe in yourself. And it's time to grow up. Empower yourself with your vote. Peace out, folks. We out.